wasn't long before we reached the village plaza. As luck would have it, we arrived just as the other two girls got there. In the center, the bonfire had been put out, and climbing up the support beams were four strange shapes. I recognized one of them as the slime girl, Sakura, but the other three were unrecognizable. What's going on? Did you come to ruin the festival? You're the meanie pants from before. Ah, so he's the human who made Machiko-chan and Maiko-chan betray us. It's their own fault. That's right. Those wicked humans shouldn't invite us to their party. That was really mean of them. We did not betray anyone. The ones causing trouble are you four. We are simply trying to get along with the humans, to work together. All you ever do is cause trouble. You were not invited because you could not be trusted. You have ruined our bonfire, terrorized our people, and upset the proceedings. All because you felt you'd been snubbed. All because of your own actions. You have no one to blame for this but yourselves. Ah, it's the monkey girl with the sharp stick. Look who's talking. It's the slime girl with the stupid face. That could have been better, but I applaud you for your effort, Mio-chan. Nice work. Maiko-chan, do you remember the spells we found the other day? The ones in your book? I think so. The ones like I did before? It worries me that I know exactly what that girl is referring to. You think you could do both of them? I know it's difficult, but I believe in you. I know you can do it. Yeah! Go, Maiko-chan! Do you really think I would fall for the same trick? Ha! Sisters, we should show them why we are undefeated. As the sisters darted towards us, Maiko unleashed her first spell. The glowing light billowed up from her hands and shot forwards. The spell struck the yellow girl head-on, but it seemed to have no effect. As they got closer, Sakura shifted to the front, and the twin blades of Narumi and Mio struck, slicing through her body without any effort. I managed to duck as a large ball of pink slime shot past me. As soon as I was back on my feet, I barged into one of the other slime girls. Surprisingly enough, she turned out to have quite a lot of mass. Hahaha! Magic can't hurt Suki, and physical attacks can't hurt me. We're completely undefeatable. Surrender your village to us, and we might just let you all keep living here as our toys. This is bad. Not yet. Maiko, use the other spell, now! The girl nodded and began to cast her spell, stepping in front of Machiko, who seemed to be preparing something of her own, staff in hand. Sounded a bit strange. I didn't recall seeing any staff lying around, and she usually did not carry any with her. But for whatever reason, she had access to it now. But it won't work! It'll just... Trust me, Maiko-chan! I wouldn't ask you to do something like this if I wasn't sure if it would work! As Sakura kept the two female guards busy, the two other slime girls began taunting us, throwing discarded fruit in our direction. Ha! I leapt towards the yellow slime girl, slamming into her at full speed, and managed to knock her over. The girl let out a surprised yelp and watched in horror as Maiko's spell soared past her, hitting Sakura in the back. A high-pitched scream escaped from the pink slime girl. That hurts! How did you do that, Tekani? Yeah, how did you push her over? Our blades wouldn't even make a scratch! Remember what she said? She's the only one immune to physical attacks. The others can be hit and cut just fine. And that is absolutely perfect for what I have right here. A special present from the guardian of the shrine herself. Takaku, Naruto, Mio-san. Hold them tight. Working as one, we nodded and charged towards the remaining slime girls. Maiko and Sakura in the grasp of her spell, and the pink girl could barely move thanks to her power. The slime girls had clearly not been expecting us to fight back, and with barely any resistance, we soon had each girl restrained. I hope you girls aren't claustrophobic. It's going to get a little tight. One by one, Machiko brought each slime girl a glass jar, and one by one, she opened them, pressing them to the girls' stomachs. The jars started to pull at them, slowly drawing them inside the container, trapping what appeared to be a tiny version of each of the girls within the jar. Machiko quickly pushed the lids back onto each jar, displaying them proudly to the cheers of nearby villagers. Thank goodness you were around, Machiko-san! And you, Maiko-chan, you have our gratitude. No! My sisters! What have you done to them? Why are you so intent on ruining all of our fun? Sakura, take a moment to look around you. Look at the destruction, the damage. How could this possibly be fun? Terrorizing people, scaring them, and destroying what they have worked hard for. How would you feel if they came to your home, stole your food, and wrecked the place? I never really thought about it like that. We just wanted to play with the humans, like you do. As Maiko collapsed, the spell seemed to disperse. Thankfully, I'd been anticipating this, and caught her in my arms with ease. The three of us looked to Sakura, who was slowly getting to her feet. And you can! You and your sisters can play with us. We just ask that you are careful. Maiko and I are proof that humans and spirits can coexist. But what about my sisters? They will be fine. Those jars contain a temporary holding dimension. Sayuri designed them to hold things far larger than your sisters. Sakura, if you are truly repentant, then I, as head of the village guard, will authorize your release. However, before I do, I need you to swear an oath. Do you swear that you and your sisters will not cause problems in this village, and that you will work towards helping us and protect us? In return, we are prepared to offer you access to our supplies and services. She's basically saying that you're welcome into the village as long as you and your sisters behave. Yes, I swear! We'll all be good, so please release my sisters. I promise we'll all be good. Ah, I missed the best part. How did it go, Machi-tan? Are my jam bottles filled? Hearing the voice of a certain playful spirit, the group turned around and found Sayuri seated nearby, swaying her legs back and forth as she looked at the crowd. I cannot tell whether you're joking or not, but I'm afraid I cannot allow you to keep them. They are honorary citizens of this village, and therefore under my protection. How fascinating! To think that the huffy, uptight Mio-tan would defend those troublemakers. You do realize you are talking to the guardian deity of your village, do you not? Don't forget about me! I'm not just gonna sit by and let you do as you please! The girls of this village have grown into quite the brave little ladies. You must be proud, Hayakun. A soft cough came from behind us, a group of people, as the village elder revealed himself, a smile on his lips. It seems like they handled the matter just fine, Tsururi-sama. Machi-tan, you need to pull the lid off the jar to release them. However, make sure you hold on to that staff I gave you. It is your only means of channeling the necessary magic. Not everyone can be a prodigy like Maiko-chan. The older fox spirit nodded. With help and Narrate, they began to free the captured slime girls. While the work continued, Sayuri eventually made her way towards me, a frown upon her face. I left out an important detail, Takehiro-kun. The gateway to your world has been opened, and will be closing again within a matter of minutes. If you wish to return to your world, you must leave now. But there is no time for farewells, Takehiro. Leave now without your farewells, or remain here in this village. Hey, where did Taka-kun run off to? And Sayuri? I do not know. Perhaps they had things to discuss in private. Or maybe he's gone to win me another prize! Or went to get some food? I'm still a bit peckish. Recalling the promise I had made, I turned my back to the girls that had gathered around the released slime girls, and followed Sayuri as she picked her way through the streets and into the woods. It was unfortunate that I didn't get to say my farewells, but I had a goal to accomplish. It is a hard decision to make. However, I doubt that this will be the last we hear from you, Takehiro. The spirit smiled, her hands pressed against my shoulder, a light shove pushing me backwards. What was that for? Interrupted by sudden dizziness. The last thing I heard was the spirit's amused whisper. Good luck. You're going to need it. Before I had a chance to reply, I felt my body getting heavy. My vision blurred, and soon I was consumed entirely by darkness. 2 months later. With a sigh, I wandered along the familiar path leading to the shrine. I subconsciously come to call it the Sayuri Shrine. 2 months have passed since the fated judo tournament. It had turned out to be an amazing experience. Thanks to Narrate and Mio's training, I had been able to make my way to the finals and ended up becoming the champion. But not everything went as planned. Even though I was kind of embarrassed by it all, I decided the proposal for me to start playing on an international level. When I announced that the reason I declined was because of a girl, it quickly made headlines all over the country. Rising judo star ends career for the sake of true love. Many silly things ended up being written about me, but it didn't matter. I had declined their offer because of the promise I had made to Mayako, that I would return once I had finished my business in this world, but perhaps I had been too naive, thinking it would be as easy as that. I had been visiting the shrine every day for 2 months, praying and calling out for Sayuri, but none were ever answered. Knowing her, she's probably laughing her rear off at me, standing there shouting like this. I smiled a bit as I looked around the area, recalling how familiar it looked to the place I had visited with the fox spirits. Speaking of which, although nothing remained of the village, it turned out that there may have been a connection between it and the city of my world. Many generations ago, when the city was still a small town, a group of malicious fiends attacked the village, but were later driven out. Sometime afterwards, they named the city Tsuki no Toshi. A city named after a certain tsundere? Couldn't be a mere coincidence, could it? Ah well, guess I'll visit again tomorrow. Back at me! Huh? Through the rustling of the trees, I thought I had heard a voice. The moment I turned around to look, a circle of unfamiliar symbols formed at my feet. But wait! What happened to the old methods? Before I had a chance to figure out what was going on, the circle lit up and I felt the ground below me disappear. It felt as though I was falling through a tunnel of sorts. A dark, never-ending tunnel that went on for what felt like several minutes, until suddenly a light came into view and... Watch out! Before I knew it, I found myself dropping out of the air right on top of 2 girls standing below me, causing the 3 of us to topple onto the grass with a loud thud. I heard grumbling from the 2 I'd landed on and opened my eyes. Ow! That really hurt! See? This is what happens when you try to cast magic beyond your own capabilities. Mayako-chan, you need to give up on this. This hunt of yours is going to be the death of you. I'm not gonna give up! Takami made a promise! I made a promise! We would keep trying to find a way to get back to one another! So I'm never, ever, ever going to stop! I couldn't believe it. I was so stunned by this turn of events that I lost all ability to speak. Machiko, Mayako! It was them, here, arguing with one another. It was too good to be true! You are a fool, Mayako! Even Mio-san has given up on the hunt. You know what Sayuri said. Something like that can only happen when the world itself needs it too. It takes more than just one person to do what you are trying to accomplish. Tsuchan is only saying that because she's mean and lazy! She's lying! You're all lying! I can get him back! I will! We made a promise! Mayako, I miss him too. I do. He left a hole in all of our hearts, which he will just need to let time heal. I am sorry that you have to go through all of this, but you must believe me. It will get better in time. It's kinda cruel to talk about me like I died, you know. Taka-kun! Ah! Takami! It worked! I knew it would work! It worked! It worked! It worked! Ah! Taka-kun, it's so good to see you again. I'm so happy to... The girl mumbled incoherently as she began sobbing. Mayako had been sobbing since she first saw me. I had smiled despite still being rather sore from the impact, and patted both of their heads gently. Did you really miss me that much? Yes! Your disappearance was the cause of so much concern. Sayuri told us that you had to leave, and, well, we understand why you did. Did you win your tournament? Of course I did! Thanks to you, I was able to become the champion. I think I fell down here, Mio-chan. I think I see Chi-chan. Hey, Chi-chan! Is everything alright over there? Machiko opened her mouth to return the call, but Mayako beat her to it. He's back! What? No kidding! Where is he? There came a loud clambering and rustling from the shrubs nearby, the sound of 2 girls pushing through the bushes at speed. The 2 girls rushed into the clearing, gasping loudly. Oh wow! You really are back! Idiot! 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 How could you just leave us without even saying goodbye? Mio, he did not have a choice. He had to... I know that! I know that, but I just never got to say goodbye. Is that all? Ah, jeez, you really are such a tsundere! Well, at least I'm not Not... I don't even care! Takahiro is back! Hee! It's great to see you again, Takahiro-kun! I bet you're a champion now, right? Ready for a fight? And so it went on. The girls chatted on and on, taking turns in hugging me with promises of never letting go. I was just happy to be back. As the conversation turned towards the time spent in my own world, I couldn't help but notice the presence of yet another spirit. Standing a few feet from the rest of the group, Sayuri stood, watching us with a gentle smile upon her lips. I guess I won this bet. I wasn't sure if she was talking to someone in particular, but for a moment I could see her gaze drifting towards me, and the words that left her lips seemingly carried a lot more importance than simple words. It seems you aren't done with your grand adventure just yet, Takahiro. I look forward to seeing how you plan to amuse me this time. What do you mean? You will see, dear boy. You will see. Every great story has a humble beginning. Although Gushiken Takahiro's story has come to an end, it is only the prologue of what has yet to come. We hope to see you again next time.